Ohio gozaimasu. I'm Crazed.
I'm actually.
I'm Migi.
And welcome to
We
Be.
Simpin. It's another week in the weeb space. How are we all doing today?
Pretty good.
I'm good.
It's good. It's weird to just talk about that just because we've been hanging out for like 2 or 3 nights, you know? Because we're getting ready for our Halloween month of October coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because we, on our other channel, we're doing Grumbleween, which is a whole month of horror games. So we've just been playing horror games all together. So
Yeah.
it's fun getting all that ready.
Spooky game.
I have been enjoying our lineup.
Okay.
I mean, at the time of this recording, most of it's going to be out, so we could talk about them real quick. But like, I'm really digging Silent Hill. We're doing Alien Isolation. You guys are playing Little Goody Two Shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else we could say other than we've just been playing video games. So that's
When watching anime,
That-
we've got a Weebly update for all 3 of us.
Yes, we do. So we'll get into that. I guess we can just bleed into our Weebly update now. Who wants to go
Yeah.
first?
Oh, sounds like you guys have more of a Weebly update than me, so I could go first just because it's probably going to be real short.
What you got? Lay it on us.
My Weebly update, I've just been catching up on anime, trying to watch some of the things that were for the summer lineup that I was not prepared for, so that I would be prepared to talk about any of it at all. So just blasted through Dress Up Darling 2, Gachi Akuta, some Water Magician, a little bit of Silent Witch. So just lots and lots of anime watching for me.
Yeah, you
And-
came in halfway through our summer
I
lineup,
did.
so it's totally okay that you're playing catch up. But it's not homework. You don't have to do it. Just let the record show it was not homework. You did it yourself.
Best homework ever, if it was.
It's good homework.
Yeah. So yeah, just weeb-wise, just watching a bunch of anime. Not much else.
Excellent.
Well, we'll get into all of those momentarily because that's if you're clicking
That's
on
the
the
topic of this episode.
It is the topic because we're wrapping up the summer. But do you want me to throw it to you, Witchley?
Sure.
I'll go last.
Yeah. So not the biggest Weebly update, I suppose. But as of this morning, I finally got to start reading the 15th Apothecary Diaries novel. It came out back on September 11th, and I had a couple other books I had to finish up. But so far, really enjoying it. I'm like, only like 4 chapters in, I guess. And things are interesting. No spoilers.
No spoilers, okay.
I like told you all about it this morning.
Oh yeah, I know everything. But
no spoilers for people who don't know the whole story.
Oh, yeah,
because you're gonna
specifically.
be like, how did we get here?
well, yeah, specifically Miki because she also watched all of Apothecary, I'm surprised you didn't mention that in your Weebly update.
Oh yeah, that was one of them. Yes, that was one of the animes I watched, yes.
What did you think of season 2? Is it better than season 1?
I think it's all good. I mean, we just, my husband and I just watched season 1 and season 2. We just, through all of it, so it all just goes together in my mind.
It does
fit really well. I love what they do with mystery and kind of feels like a case of the week sort of sometimes on some stuff that's going on in the palace. But later half of season 2 it kind of shifts its tone a bit and goes into something else entirely, which I really like. So
Yes, yeah.
and you gotta love the frog.
Yeah, season 2 was a decently sized frog.
Yes.
Now you know the joke.
That moment was so great, even in the book. I love it.
It's better on screen. I remember you were so giddy getting to that scene, the frog scene.
I mean, that's the most iconic moment in the whole series. So I ended up being giddy.
And we're still watching it with your mom.
Yeah.
And Donut. So it's been fun. We just do that weekly, and we can only watch 3
3 to
3 or 4
4 episodes
a week with them. So we're catching. We're almost halfway done with season 2 again. So it's fun.
Yeah.
So, and then anything else with you, Wichita? Other than the book? Do you want to talk about an anime we've been watching? Maybe
we did start watching recently the Fragrant Flower Blooms and Dignity.
Yes.
Okay.
So
With Robbie Damon as the English, of course, voice actor for the main guy.
So this is a late summer anime that just popped up on Netflix because it's been running for most of the summer in Japan, but Netflix kind of got it late, which is very weird, and they're doing like simul dub and stuff, which is cool. Which is nice, so we could watch it either dub or sub, and we decided to watch it dub because of Robbie Damon. He's such a talented actor.
If you guys don't know what else he's done the voice for Tuxedo Mask in the new dub of Sailor Moon, along with Sailor Moon Crystal.
He's done a lot of other ones, but that's like his
probably biggest.
Yeah, his big pedigree. But yeah, what do you want to talk about? Like the whole show, or at least the synopsis of it? Like because this is actually by Cloverworks, which is, I will say, so while you look up the synopsis, I do want to talk about how Cloverworks has been killing it this summer, because they dropped 3 anime during the summer lineup, which is one of these. It's this one. They did My Dress Up Darling and Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. So they have been busy this summer.
The story follows Rintaro Tsumugi, a delinquent-looking but kind-hearted boy from a public school, and Karuko Waguri, a refined girl from an elite all-female academy, as they navigate their school's rivalry and their budding relationship. It is so sweet.
Yeah, I love the premise of I love the premise of 2 schools together, and one's like a delinquent school and one is like an all boys school, all girls school, just like right beside each other, and they actually have like the curtains drawn so you never see them.
Yeah, you never see the inside the girls' school
because they don't acknowledge the
Even
delinquents.
the teachers hate the public school next door. It's like sort of like a toxic sort of situation. However, just seeing these 2 people, not like buying into that toxicity and just like wanting to know each other as people.
Yeah, not of the school, like, because it's like a lot of prejudice between the 2.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see like Rintaro, who's like the main character, and he has like this. He has a serious, scary face.
Yeah, that delinquent face.
Yeah, and everyone's like,
everybody's always terrified of him.
And it's like always, they always judge a book by its cover. They're looking at him and they're like, oh my god, he is scary. I don't want to talk to that person. Right. But he's very kind, and he runs, his
mom run a bakery.
A bakery cake shop. It's so cute. And that's how they meet, is because she shows up at the cake shop and eats there.
She's been going there for years, apparently, and she's always sort of had a little crush on him.
Which is, so it's very adorable. It's very
so
innocent
cute.
And sweet. I love it. And you're eating it up.
Oh yeah.
Every episode.
I love that kind of stuff.
So check that one out. That's on Netflix. So if anyone's interested in watching that one. So anything else you want to say about your weekly update, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, I will get into mine. This is a not safe for work show that I have to talk about because well, okay, I want to step back a bit before I even talk about it, because it's called Nikitashi, the animation. Nikitashi? Nikitashi. This is a visual novel game that you can play on Steam right now. That became an animated show. The reason we started watching this is because there was this headline I read where they are showing this in Japan, live broadcasting, and they are basically censoring the entire video and just doing audio only on most of the episodes. And I was like, why is that? And the reason why is because it's essentially porn.
It's essentially hentai.
Now, the whole premise of this show is you are on this island called Syrian Island, and there is this law in place where everyone has to have sex.
It's called the pervert law.
The pervert law, yeah. It is constant sex, where every student, everyone on the island.
If that came from Japan, then it's actually the hentai law.
That is true. Yeah.
Basically. And so...
No, not basically. That's what pervert is in Japanese.
Oh, that's what it is? Just hentai?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that... Because they... Obviously, this is just subbed for obvious reasons. I cannot imagine this ever being dubbed. But, like, I think they might even be saying hentai. I mean, I'd have to course correct it. We're not done with the show. It's only 11 episodes. I think we're on episode 9, so we're almost done with it. But holy crap. The things they got away with. I mean, we're watching the uncensored version. There are 3 versions to this show to watch, which is crazy. And our uncensored version still censors stuff, but it's very obvious you're seeing a silhouetted dick. I'm just saying. It's quite insane. But like the whole premise of the show, and I think it's just like shot for shot with the game itself, the visual novel that you can play right now. So check it out if you want. But essentially, it's this these 2. Are they twins? Or are they just siblings?
No,
okay,
he's her older brother.
Okay, so I don't remember their names. I'm not even gonna try. I think no, it's Junosuke. So Junosuke and his sister go to the island, kind of because they grew up there when they were younger. And they go to the island, and this is before they had the law, of course. You know, when they were younger, I don't think they had the law. Or
it was there, but it's only like once you reach a certain age.
Yeah, they're not having little kids doing stuff. I just want to... There's some kind of... No lolies. There is some law to this, okay? Yeah. Obviously.
There's some rules.
There's some rules they will not break, okay? And one of them is is lolies, okay? And so he goes back to the island, and he kind of is impudent because he was bullied as a kid for having an enormous cock. I'm not kidding.
Yes.
So he's like traumatized because people saying, "What are you, a horse?" Shit you not, that's a line in the show.
That's so silly.
And his sister also is only into girls. And apparently in this island, they're only, like, the pervert law is only with, I think, straight people, which I find very odd. I'm like, really?
Yeah, they're not cool with the same-sex stuff, which is weird.
I find that just very odd, but I'm like, whatever. I'm like, this is just, it's part of the show. So they go there and they start, like, they want to like fall in love. They don't want to, like, you know, just have sex just because.
No sex without love.
No sex without love is what he says, which doesn't make any sense. It's such a weird sentence to say. So he forms this like anti-sex or anti-copulation front. I'm not kidding. That's what it's called. And he is basically just like resisting the sex, you know, like in the sex law and everything. So it's kind of like a little bit of like a reverse. She is like not Shinamino. What's the other one? There's another anime that does exactly like this. Remember with the love juice cookies?
I didn't watch it. Isn't that the Shimoneta one?
Shinometa. So it's kind of like reverse Shinometa, if you really think about it that way. And it's goofy. It's insane. And the animation is actually insanely good, which I'm like, how does this look this good? For what this is. I think they took a huge risk with this, but I'm loving it. It's great. It's ridiculous.
Didn't you read an article about the director talking about the show and how nervous he was about it the entire time?
So I dug more into it because I mean, who wouldn't?
How could you not be?
Yeah, I read like an article of like the director, or like I think it was Katakawa, which does a lot. God. Yeah, Katakawa is basically like the foothold of any anime that you probably know at this point. So they just pump out everything. I think they actually own the rights to this series, and so I think they were very nervous when this first came out. And it's so weird that they aired this on like in Japan and it's just audio only. I'm like, what are you getting out of this? It's so weird. So I don't know what else I can say other than it's literal porn. It's just porn, and we're watching it behind closed doors, and obviously not we can't watch this in broad daylight.
No.
It's just weird. It's so weird. That's Nikitashi. And Nukitashi, the animation. We are watching it on an illegal site because there's nowhere that is this streaming. So I just want to.
Yeah, you can't watch it in the States.
But I do want to talk about our watch party. We are currently watching Food Wars.
Oh my gosh, it's such a silly anime. It's so I think it actually has like a good story in there. It's got like that, you know, going into high school to like learn about your whole future vocation basically, and like his dad pushing him into this really really prestigious high school, you know, because he wants him to learn the best that he can and become the best chef that he can, you know.
Yeah.
But he does it in such a like mischievous, like troublesome dad kind of way. You thought he was being a bad dad for a moment. You were like, I don't know if he's a dilf anymore. But
He's a very attractive dad, but then he just abandons his son, and I was like, okay, maybe he's pointing him in the
but
right
he
direction.
didn't. He's actually sending him to a
Yes.
very prestigious school.
He
I want to
is.
know how he's affording to send him here. You
That's
know?
a good question.
Well,
Yeah.
we're only like 5 episodes in, but it sounds like from at least like one shot after he's already at the school, because I think he talks to his dad at some point
On the phone.
on the phone, and he's already in America. So I'm imagining, like he said, he had a partner with him, so I'm imagining this partner is paying him quite wealthy enough to
Right.
afford, or quite well to afford him to be at the school.
He looks like he's working at a very fancy restaurant in New York.
Yeah.
And I think he also like name drops that he like went to Italy last week or France, and I was like, what?
Yeah, and there's some crazy customers at his restaurant that are like giving up their whole religion to eat his food.
So this is our first time watching the show. We've heard about Food Wars. The biggest thing is, I think we've always called it food porn or foodgasm anime. Which
Yeah, but it's very much like that.
yeah, we've seen clips where we're like, this is ridiculous.
I
These
haven't
people
seen
eating this food, like this very delicious, good looking food. Like they make the food look good. Like if we ever do a food porn anime podcast episode, this would probably be number 1 on the list of like really good food in anime.
Yeah.
And these people are eating them, and they are basically having orgasms, and they're orgasmic food that like strips their clothes and everyone's naked, and it's like, wow. This is something.
That's just how good it is.
Gouda.
It's Gouda. I'm excited to see more though. I'm really.
I think what's crazy about it is that it has like that, of course, crazy lewdness, but then also like this decent story, and then also these like really wholesome, cute moments too.
Yeah.
Like even just the ending song,
Mhm.
which is so cozy, has them at like all at the dinner table, like all of these high school students at the dinner table together, and it's so cute.
That is cute.
Yeah, and seeing Soma like just happy at the end, like he's got friends, because they kind of start off the show with like him kind of not having friends, which it looks like, because he's just been running the store with his dad.
Working his passion right now.
Yeah, and that's totally fine, but it's like it's nice to be in a school that has the same hobby as him, you know, like that what he loves, and he has other people that are passionate as
people.
yeah, that is as passionate as he is with cooking. I think that's great, and that's going to open the door for him to maybe open up to other people and not just, you know, keep. I don't think he's keeping himself distant. I don't think he's being like a lone wolf, but you know, it's just nice to see him.
He's just been one of those people that's too busy to have friends.
Yeah, and it feels like this time around he's going to have friends and people he can also rely on, not just himself. So I'm excited to see like maybe that kind of aspect of it. So
yeah, and I think he's gonna have a good effect on other people too, like Megumi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So timid. I think he'll help her a lot.
It'll be interesting to see everybody else. Like, there's obviously rivals at this point that kind of are like in his way, and I'm excited to see how those fold or unfold.
Yeah.
So
I'm, of course, as always, excited to see the various food that's going to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people eating them and seeing the reactions to them, because there is some ridiculous stuff.
They can be so silly.
It makes me want to have that kind of a food experience where it's like the best thing I've ever had. ever.
I know.
I don't know if I've ever had that experience.
Yeah, me either. I want it now after watching that show.
And there's
I mean, I've had really good food, but I don't know.
Right?
I don't think
anymore.
I've never had orgasmic food where I'm like, this shit is the bomb. So,
Right.
and there's 5 seasons of this, so I think we're only planning on doing the first season right now. We'll see how we feel. Obviously, we are really hot on it right now, pun intended. But Witchley, you're loving it.
Yeah, I
Look.
am.
Yeah, I knew we would enjoy it. It's just I didn't know how much, and now watching it, thank you, Migi, for picking it out. It's been a blast so far.
Well, yeah, I remember having so much fun watching it, and I was like, okay, I have to pick that one. And judging by how much you guys will laugh sometimes, you are having fun. So
it's so
I'm
good.
also glad I picked it.
There are moments because we were watching it last time. I was like, we might need to shut these windows because there are moments where I'm like, I know we don't have parents anymore that can walk into our doors, but it just feels like that sometimes.
I mean, if they wanted to, they could walk up onto the porch and look in through a window and go, "What the fuck?"
Because this is the anime where your parents would walk in at only the orgasmic at the worst time, and it's the orgasmic food scenes. So
that's when you gotta own what you're watching proudly, because we're adults for one thing now, where you can watch these things.
and no judgment, even if my pants are down. Okay.
Oh
what?
God.
That'd be weird.
No, see, the pants are down because he stuffed himself like Thanksgiving style.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yes.
She got my reference. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the end of our Weebly update, and maybe we should roll on in to our topic today, which is our summer wrap up, our summer Simpin wrap up, where we kind of just talk about the summer lineup as a whole now, because most of the shows now at this point are done. And I just want to talk about maybe our top 3 ones that we've really enjoyed and discuss it a bit, and maybe who's our simp in that show, like who we simping for, who's our favorite person in that show. So, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it over to Witchley first.
Me?
I want some, and how we'll do this, we'll do one at a time, and then we'll just go back and around the circle. So,
all right. I do have an honorable mention before.
Sure, throw it out.
To Be Hero X. I really love that one.
That didn't make your top 3?
That was in my top 3, and then I changed things up because I had 2 anime that were started in the spring and carried into the summer, and I thought it'd be better just to stick with one.
Well, talk about To Be Hero X, because this is kind of like this kind of bled into from the spring to the summer. So talk about it.
Yeah, okay, so To Be Hero X. It's crazy, and I love it, and the animation is beautiful. But you follow, like, the top 10 heroes. You go through sort of like their story.
Their origin story, yeah.
Their origin stories a bit, which is really interesting seeing, especially the further you get into the anime, because you're realizing that they're all connected somehow.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's really cool. I don't want to say too much about it because it's just supposed to be an honorable mention.
I do want to mention, like, I love just the premise alone. Like, it's this society of, like, society itself judges who these heroes will be. Like, it's all like a social rating system. It feels very Black Mirror-esque in that sense, but like a lot of people are like I love the society judging these heroes, like who, like if they love you so much, you'll be more powerful, or like if you're deemed as, like, if you start doing bad things, it's like, well, I don't like this guy.
Trust
yeah, it's like a whole trust system, and it's so interesting. Like, that's such a really cool world building mechanic on this world, because like heroes can rise and fall like on a drop of a dime because of like something scandalous that would happen. And society would judge you.
Stuff like that happening in the show,
and it's cool. It's so interesting. Like, that's what sold me the most. Not just the hero stuff, but just like this world that judges you, and like it even expands upon villains, where like people assume that this person is evil, just based on everyone else's opinion. And so then that actually shapes that person into becoming a villain and have these villain tendencies and messes them up. And it's like a kind of form of like
crazy how it controls your life.
It's like online bullying. It's so interesting, and I think that's such a cool concept just from that get go. But like you said, they go through these origin stories of these heroes, and you feel for them. You understand these people's motivations and why they're becoming heroes, why they want to become heroes, and what do they want to do, and what do they want to change with society. And such a good pick, and that would have been on my list too. I'm definitely going to be talking more about To Be Hero X at some point. I know Migi is very interested in watching this. I know we've talked her ear off on this show 1,000 times, and you got to watch it. This is made by a Chinese studio, and it's just jaw-droppingly beautiful with it's
gorgeous.
It does this 3D to 2D animation that just looks like something from,
and it makes sense to the story too, why the animation changes.
Holy crap, I forgot about that.
It's like everything about the show is important, and I love it.
Yeah, like it looks like, I don't know if you watched Arcane, like the League of Legends Arcane. It's like that kind of animation, but then going back to like 2D animation. It's so beautiful. Like I've never seen anything like this since Arcane. And I think this tops Arcane.
Well, I'm more excited to watch that. I just know that I've got to watch it with my husband because he also will watch it.
It's all done now, and they are doing a second season. I'm so excited.
Do you have an honorable mention simp for that show?
Man, there's so many good characters, but I have to give it to X, which is probably your pick as well. Yeah. So when you're the top one hero in that in that universe, you are known as X. You are always just called X at that point. It's only when you're the number one hero. So
the title makes sense then.
Yeah. So whenever so like the X title does rise and fall to different heroes occasionally, but there is this one, and he is called X at this point, and he has this aura.
He's got this aura.
He's got a suit on, and I'll have like a little obviously picture
like
of it.
A little gif of him snapping.
Yeah, he just looks so good. I should send it over to Migi so she could see what I'm talking about. But he looks so good, and he's my simp.
He's my simp for sure.
He's totally your simp too. Yeah. So well, then what was your number one then?
No, so number 3.
I guess your number 3. I guess this is not in any particular order, right?
My favorite. But
I ranked mine.
Yeah, see, I did too.
Well, maybe I should think about it for a moment.
So starting from within my top 3, what's at the number 3 spot, and working my way up to my favorite for the summer.
Working your way uptown.
Yeah. So at number 3, I got The Summer Hikaru Died.
Excellent choice.
6 months ago, Hikaru disappeared for a week. Though he came back, he's not the same. His best friend Yoshiki confronts him and discovers the harrowing truth. This anime is, for one, it has undertones of boy love, which is great, and I think it works perfectly with what they're setting up, because there's this horrific shit that's happening, and so, oh man, I didn't the hauntings, sort of, these ghosts with weird heads, and you're like, why are they so creepy? You even get some oh man, would I say Samara action in one of these episodes? Maybe it's a cross between The Grudge and Samara in this one goes. It's they're all getting drawn to this little town, and it all happened after Hikaru disappeared in the mountains for that 1 week. That's all related, of course, but I'm not gonna get into too much spoilers.
I think the spoilers is really hard because I think the trailers do give off a lot of spoilers, or at least the biggest one, obviously, and I think that's probably the whole reason with the show is The Summer Hikaru Died. It just says it right there in the title, but obviously, who is Hikaru at this point now? Yeah. After coming off that island.
Who is Hikaru?
Or that mountain, not island. But so it's you kind of uncover that mystery and kind of uncover more of the towns around, this village, and what happened not just over 80, several hundred years ago. And there might be some more, you get to uncover the town's history along with who is Hikaru now. So Very interesting, and
That's cool.
and I loved your little like tidbit there at the beginning where it's like it has like undertones of boy love, and I think that's what makes the show.
That's what makes the show even more horrifying.
I don't think it could work
Oh.
if there is some kind of undertone of like romance here.
I think it's that special bond, and it's just that's what I'm saying. That's having that kind of relationship between Hikaru and Yoshiki that makes this even more disturbing and scary.
It's like a tragic boy love,
Oh.
and I haven't seen that since JJK with Gojo and Gato. Let's throw over to Miki.
All right. So for my third one, and don't come at me for this because you only saw up to one of them, but it was between Silent Witch and Water Magician for me, and I chose Water Magician.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's the one we didn't watch.
Yeah, this is one we had on our list.
You haven't seen it, but
talk about it.
It's really good. So it's an isekai. And character gets he basically wants to have like a really nice chill life that he didn't feel like he got to have. And so he's in this world of like magic and monsters and stuff, but where he's like living is like all safe, and he's just like learning and chilling. And then this adventurer guy comes along and he helps him, and it turns into this great adventure. And of course he is a very powerful water magician, and he has such a very cute, outgoing, happy vibe, and so does the adventurer guy, honestly. And yeah, it's just a really, really good story, and I don't want to spoil anything for you, but there's cool magic and adventure guild stuff, and of course since it's an isekai, he's always like, oh, they have this thing, oh my god, this is what's gonna happen, because he's excited about it.
That's a cool way to do isekai. I like that. I mean, like when we knew it was an isekai when we watched the trailers. I was like, oh, okay, it's an isekai, and we just kind of put it on the back burner because we had so many. The summer, if you couldn't tell from previous episodes, guys, we did 2 episodes for summer lineup because it was stacked to the point where we just could not fit everything in, and we had to drop some stuff too, which sucks. But it's just there's just so much to watch, and I'm glad you mentioned this one because we were interested at some point, but just with everything else on the slate, it was just hard to put it up on there and start watching it. But now that it's basically done, we have no excuse now, and we could just kind of binge it at some point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, I think one of the things I like most about it is how nice the characters are.
Ooh.
Like, so many of them are just such good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The main character, of course, is just a silly, happy-go-lucky cutie who does not get how very powerful he is. But he's very, very powerful.
Did he go through the isekai bus?
I don't think that it was Truck-kun. But he did have he didn't have a pretty goddess this time. He had a pretty god guy.
Ooh.
Like angel guy.
I gotta see this.
That isekais him. Like the pretty angel man with like the long blonde hair type who's very nice,
Oh man, you sold Taylor already. Oh my god.
All I need to hear is about a pretty guy, and I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse Konosuba, but not Konosuba at all whatsoever.
And it's just I love how much the characters like work together and they're nice. And of course, not only is the main character a very silly nice guy, but the guy that I put as my simp for it, Abel, he's the adventurer that he saves, and he's like really high ranking, super strong, awesome guy. But he is like just so charming and so nice, and he's so like trusting and good towards the main character, even with the main character not knowing shit and not understanding how powerful they are and stuff. And he is such a good guy.
Aww.
You gotta love him.
That was the Water Magician then, and you're watching that. That was on Crunchyroll, right? I think that was during the
Yes, it is.
Well, obviously most of these were on the summer lineup, so what am I saying? But yeah, so I didn't know we were gonna. I didn't actually like number these, but I am numbering them on the fly now. So number 3 for me is Secrets of the Silent Witch, which I know we've all watched at this point, so we have some things to say about it.
Well, I've watched like 3 episodes, but yes,
You can
I've
kind
watched
of
some of it.
you can kind of get the point across though with 3 episodes. I think you
Yeah.
can kind of get it good enough. But I just want to talk about like the synopsis of it, or the gist of it. But it's the main character is Monica Everett. At this point in time in the show, she is dubbed the Silent Witch. She is part of the sages, the seven sages, and is the world's only practitioner of voiceless magic. Which she only learned to avoid speaking in public. So she does not like.
She's shy.
Yeah, I know. This is like when I first saw the trailer for this show, I was like, oh, so this is Bocchi the Rock meets Harry Potter. So she's so adorable. As you can kind of already tell, she is my simp. For this show, I really like Monica. I think she learns a lot. Especially when she is given the task to guard the second prince of the nation at a high school or some kind of like prestigious school. That is the gist of this series, is where she has to kind of like go incognito or undercover at this school to just bodyguard somebody without telling them, hey, I'm your bodyguard. Which is just a cool premise in itself. And the first episode didn't sell me completely. It's only when she actually finally showed up at the school where I was like, okay, I get what they're doing here, and it's great. And she's learning a lot, which I think is so wholesome, with her learning how to open up more. And I was afraid she was going to not speak hardly in the show, but she does speak when she feels more comfortable. And I think that's great. And showing like all this progress that she's making with all these people that she's meeting, even the second prince, which I know when Witchley's watching this with us, or with me, she's like, "Ooh, I really like them together."
I ship them.
They're good. They're a good couple. I mean, but there's other people too where I'm like, "Ooh, okay." So, I'm really enjoying it as a whole. I don't know if anyone else wants to chime in because we've all watched it. So, Miki, since you've seen only 3 episodes, what do you think about it so far?
Okay, so one negative hot take I've got about it is that the whole thing, like, especially in the first episode, I do agree with the first episode, didn't catch me as much after, since, but the whole thing of trying to make it, like, this huge deal that she can cast magic without talking, it's like, if I hadn't seen that in literally every isekai ever, yeah, that would be cool. But literally every isekai ever, it's like the reincarnated person has the magical ability to cast magic without having to do incantations.
Yeah.
Like Mushiko Tensei's that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jobless.
Magic.
Rudy does that. He learns that.
Yeah.
Growing up. So
it happens in like every isekai anime where somebody has magic. It's like, oh, they're able to do it without having to say anything. That's crazy. So trying to make it like it was the first time you've ever seen this in an anime was like, shut up. That's stupid. I've seen that a million times. But the actual story and characters and stuff are good. So I just ignore that part. Like, yeah, I get it. And that's cool. And it is, because every single story says that that's cool, to be able to not have to have any incantations for your magic. It's just not unique to this anime.
I think I agree there, because like I'm not actually here for her being a silent witch. I just love the story that they're telling with her, being undercover, bodyguarding this prince, and kind of learning, new things along the way, and how she can open up more, because you start to see little cracks of her, her past with her father and things that happened, and why she is so silent. And when she was growing up and when she went to school to learn magic at an early age. And I keep forgetting, I was like, how old is this woman? We had to look it up last time we watched an episode, but I was like, oh, she's only 16.
Oh, she's 17.
Oh, she's 17.
Oh, so she is high school age.
Yeah, so she is. She just mastered, silent witchcrafting, or, just becoming a sage at a young age. I think she's even dubbed the youngest of the sages, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, I agree. I don't think the silent witching didn't sell that for me. I think everything else has sold it for me, except her silent casting. Because I'm like, you're right. I've seen that 1,000 times in other anime, like you said.
Yeah, so. Yeah. But I love the her real enemy is her own shyness and
Mhm.
just being apologetic to people and like how they're gonna take that and how she can not be seen as the bad guy in certain situations, and it's just very, very cute,
Yeah.
honestly.
Would you have anything to say, Witchley, on it that we didn't already nail home?
I think you guys did good. Yeah, same thoughts and opinions.
All right. Well, back to Witchley on her second one.
My second summer pick is Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. After encountering various girls going through puberty syndrome, Sakuta I'm not even gonna try that right now. High school days have come to a close, and he is now a university student dealing with more girls with puberty syndrome.
So this is I would say this is like season 2 of Rascal.
Yeah.
I would dub it second season, even though it's not at this point. I mean, there's several movies in between this and the first season, but I'm glad you chose Rascal. I love Rascal. But talk more about Rascal. Why you love Rascal?
Alright, let's say I love Rascal so much because at this point we have already been on quite a journey with Sakuta.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
God damn, emotionally. I've cried so many times with him and what he goes through.
He is so laid back and whatnot. But he's definitely, like, I don't know, would you label him a delinquent?
I don't think a delinquent because he doesn't do anything bad.
He doesn't do anything bad.
He's just very laid back, like you said.
Back,
and he's very honest with his opinions and stuff. And I think that's like the best.
He was made an outcast like early on because of his own puberty syndrome that he went through.
His sisters.
And yeah. I mean,
both.
Yeah, it was
both. Yeah.
His sisters, like, probably sort of, like, it didn't his sister's puberty syndrome pretty much show up the same time his did.
Mm-hmm. Should we take a step back because I think Migi is very confused on the fact that we're saying puberty syndrome and we don't know.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So do you want to try explaining it?
Why don't you go ahead?
I'm going to try my
better
I'm going to try my best, but like so so apparently puberty syndrome is something that they kind of describe as like these phenomenon like that not every child goes through this, but it's just like a rare occurrence. It's kind of like a power of some sort.
It's like abnormal experience.
Yeah, and like at the very beginning, they start with one person who is the main girl, Mai, who goes through puberty syndrome where no one can see her. Like she's kind of forgotten. And
nobody remembers her. Nobody can hear her.
Are they always bad?
Are you saying like are they always bad powers or the people are bad?
Yeah, is the puberty syndrome thing always bad?
It does. It's definitely when
it's a problem.
It is a problem.
I don't know if it's necessarily. I mean, it's
typically bad. Some people try to use it for good reasons, but at the end of the day, it's still not good.
Kind of a more negative version of X-Men then.
Yeah,
yeah. So like
and there's several different
mutant gene awakening.
And we go through several different types of puberty syndrome throughout the series as a whole. Like we go through people that are forgotten and nobody knows them and they kind of don't exist anymore to anybody's peripheral.
Or like Sakuta's younger sister, she gets like these physical injuries because she's afraid of how people perceive her
online. It was all online. It was online bullying.
Like online bullying.
And then there's one between two sisters and they body swap. So they kind of just go do a Freaky Friday, or there's one with Groundhog Day. Yeah. So it's like a little minor.
Like Sakuta's own puberty.
And is that just through all of the Rascal Does Not series?
Yes.
Yeah, this is throughout the entire show, but yeah.
There's like different names to all
different
these
cases.
Yeah.
So like every few episodes, you work on a new like person's puberty syndrome and trying to get them past that, and it's always Sakuta having to help them. And meanwhile, he like through like the first whole season at least, he's dealing with his own puberty syndrome
at the same time.
Yeah,
and it's still not even done yet.
Yeah, I mean,
until you see the movies,
he gets these like bloody wounds on his chest, and it looks awful. And
you don't realize what those are until you see the movies.
Until you see the movies,
or at least one of the movies. Yeah.
But just when you think that like he's probably done with all this puberty syndrome business
in high school,
he does not dream of Santa Claus now. Or he like helps these like what would you say like 4 other women.
And it looks like
too.
they're going through the kind of the same process as like going through like 4 women through the season.
Yeah.
And so in doing like 3 episodes of a girl.
Yeah.
And
so, but now he's helping them get through their puberty syndrome.
Yep.
Meanwhile, trying to keep his relationship with Mai going well.
So it's kind of like more the same of season 1, but it's just, you know, it's continuing on with the series and him growing up and being older and more wiser and learning new things with all these other girls. So and it's not a harem.
It's not a harem.
No. I think the best.
He's just a rascal.
He's just a little rascal. But he has the best relationship, probably the best couple I've ever seen in anime, and it feels so real with the 2 of them. Like their banter between one another is fantastic. Sakata and Mai. I love her so much. She would be my simp if I chose this one, but I'm glad you mentioned it. It's such a good show. The title alone scared me when we first watched it.
I was not interested in it because of the title. Like, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. I was like, well, that's just gonna be like B tier. Like,
and this became like in my top 10 anime of all time.
Yeah, mine too.
It's that good.
Wow.
It's so good. Like I know you have not watched any of this, Miki, but I don't know, hopefully this somewhat intrigues you. But
yeah, it does.
Don't let a freaking title fool you. Watch it for the plot.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. Just watch it. I think you would enjoy it. We're trying to be as vague as possible, but we had to kind of explain what puberty syndrome is.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I'm interested now.
All right, well, on to Miki. You're number 2.
Indeed. All right. Well, my second one is one that I only just recently finished watching with my sweetie, although I think the latest episode probably came out today. But that is Gachiakuta.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just so good. I love the premise. I love the art style. It's so cool. And I love the powers, and the world building is very mysterious. Yeah, and it's just really, really good. I mean, that's why Mug and I just binged it all. In like 2 days.
That is a binge-worthy show.
Yeah, I love the premise of it. Like you said, with the world building, with this giant sphere in the sky, of this just society, and then they just throwing trash onto the ground on Earth. I would assume Earth at this point. I don't know what you would call it, with it being all trash heap now, but like just that premise alone sounds interesting. But then they open it up much more with the main character. You get to see more characters get introduced that are on the ground, and they're very interesting characters, and I love them so much now. And you get to see the main character's powers kind of awaken, because they deal with this.
Right.
They talk about like this really interesting, aspect of like items being taken care of properly become like weapons. Very fascinated by that aspect, and they've opened up more and more stuff that I'm really intrigued to see more of the world on. And I know you're catching up, but I'm really.
And everybody has some kind of trauma around trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's a main theme.
It's really good. I can't wait to see where this goes. This is by Studio Bones, who is wrapping up My Hero Academia. So they have a banger on their hands with this show right after My Hero Academia. So I'm excited to see more. Witchley, did you want to talk about it? Because I know you've been watching it with me as well.
Yeah. What can I say? It's great. I love it.
All right, it's great, and
it's
I love
gritty, and it's like, I sometimes you just gotta have a gritty anime to be obsessed with.
Yeah, it's very Shonen Jump-esque. I'm like, and I think it actually is a Shonen Jump manga. So I'm like, this is just right up my alley, because I'm missing that itch for like an action anime like this. Because
Nice.
My Hero Academia, it has technically ended for me when I've been, it's about to be ended. Or it's about to end, and so I'm like, well, I need something like this in my life, and it's great. I love it. So, anything else we want to say on that one, or are we moving on?
Wait, for Simp?
Oh yeah,
Well,
your simp. Yeah, your simp. So who is your simp?
I have to say 2 of them for an important reason. So, I would say that my simp for characters, I really like his his dad, Regto.
Oh yeah.
He's voiced by in the English dub, he's voiced by the same guy that did Eraserhead. So I just very much like his voice as well.
Yeah, he has a
But
great voice.
he's got some mysterious past, man, and I want to know. And he seems like he's like nice and like so helpful, and just taking care of the main character as well as he did and everything.
Yeah.
He's a very good character, and I like him a lot. And then potentially maybe a hot take, maybe I've just had some kind of brain problems. Would be Ammo.
I
which is,
see it. I totally see it.
She's very cute.
She is.
Is that
But
is that the
also-
receptionist?
She's crazy.
Am I
No,
thinking?
No.
We were
She's a
watching
bad
her,
guy.
She's got the
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
one at
the-
the tower. That's like recently. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like her a lot, but she crazy.
she crazy, but she is hot.
Wait until they see you in the next episode. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Yeah, I might be a fan.
Oh, I'm a fan.
I like the laces on her, but I was like, how does that hurt?
People get those kind of piercings. I don't think I've ever seen them on the front of the legs, but I've seen them on the back of the legs and on the back.
I think I've seen that. I don't actually like that part of the outfit design.
It's definitely one of those things where you wouldn't be sane if you're getting those kind of piercings.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a little cuckoo. She's a little
Yeah,
yandere-esque. Let's say. I don't know. So
she has the potential to be nice.
Yeah.
I think there is
And
some
I like her
potential there.
design a lot, and I like her taste of her room.
Yes.
It's cute.
She's definitely a loose cannon, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I kind of had to be like, I do weirdly like her, but I also feel like I shouldn't. So thus
Right.
she's on the list.
Just
but then I
embrace
also
it.
had to
Don't
put
try
her-
to rationalize it anymore.
Well, all the characters are crazy in there. Even Rudo himself. But
Oh, yeah,
like,
all
you also got
crazy.
Engine and
Sure.
God, who's the other guy with the poop that got flung in his face?
I don't remember his name.
He's always so upset.
Yeah.
Bad attitude, man.
I loved Rudo just throwing a plunger at him, and he's like, "Oh my god, no! It's just time out! I don't want poop on me." Love that. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm glad you're choosing that one, and I know it's gonna kind of bleed into summer because, from summer to fall because it is still ongoing, so it's not done yet, and they're only halfway done with this season. So excited to see more. So that's got you, Kuta. I guess my number 2 is Ruri Rocks.
That's only your number second?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which is on Crunchyroll. This story is all about rocks, as you couldn't tell from the title. But the story features a high school student named Ruri, a girl who loves minerals and jewelry who meets a graduate student named Nagi. Best girl, by the way, that's my simp. And is interested in mineralogy. And it kind of just goes from there. This is so beautiful. I have to just talk about the animation first because it is so beautiful what Studio Bind has done, which is, funny enough, the people that have done Jobless Reincarnation. It's nice that they could, flex their muscles somewhere else as they are doing more Jobless Reincarnation right now. And this is just so fascinating. I know when I saw the first trailer of this, I was like, okay, I know this is up Witchley's alley. And I didn't think it would be so much up my alley because she loves rocks.
I
know.
have 2 cauldrons full of rocks that I've collected throughout my whole life.
Oh.
Yeah, and you love your rocks, and I thought like, oh, okay, this is totally for you. But like once the first episode started, and I was all bored for this because you're learning stuff too. Like this is like I'm not have learned from an anime in some time, and I get to learn how rocks are made, how they're formed, how they move around, even though it takes centuries to do so, and it's very fascinating. Just learning about all this stuff. And it makes me quite interested in collecting rocks and be like, ooh, I got this mineral, and I can tell you how this mineral was formed over centuries ago, and it's very nice. I don't know. Did you want to chime in, Witchley, on some of this stuff? I mean, you're watching this with me.
It is so beautiful. And I love seeing how a lot of the same components, when they're like put together under different like temperatures and circumstances, how they make completely different like minerals for gems.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's this is definitely the kind of show I have always longed for growing up with my rock obsession. Because for a long time when I was a child, I always wanted to become a geologist. But
Cute.
being in a small town and not having access to a lot, and internet wasn't easily accessible through dial-up, of course. And a lot of information isn't really available to you either. It's like, how do you learn these things? So I would have especially loved that show when I was younger too. So it's just that show makes me happy.
And as you can tell, my simp is Nagi, who I've already. You'll see it up on the video here, but I've already sent it to you guys to you know who Nagi is at this point. She's my waifu this year. This is the my waifu of the year. Really, she's so knowledgeable, but man. I'm there for the G in geology of what's going on her chest.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm sorry, I had to go there. She's like
astounding.
She looks perfect, and I need a figure of her with her awesome. She comes in the pilot with a fucking mallet or like a mace or something
like a warhammer.
Like a warhammer. She's like, oh yeah, I use this to break rocks. I'm like, show me. I need to see this right now. I need to see how this works, and it's awesome.
Nice.
So Nagi is my simp, obviously, and I will probably be talking about that when we do our simp awards at the end of the year.
Heck yeah.
So, beautiful.
And then I guess on to Witchley again on your final one.
Oh, my favorite anime of the summer. It started in the spring. It just finished up yesterday. Anne Shirley. Based off of
Green Gables?
Based off of the 1908 classic book Anne of Green Gables. We follow 11-year-old Anne with an E who gets adopted by siblings Marilla and Matthew at Green Gables. But I could go into all sorts of details, but we follow her upbringing and how she navigates her new life with family, friends, and love.
This is like 18th century, right?
So the setting is like late 1800s, early 1900s.
In Canada.
In Canada. In Avonlea, on Prince Edward Island, whatever.
Can I speak about the dub too? Like they actually sound
they have Canadian accents. We watched it in both Japanese and dub. They're both wonderful. That the way they talk and everything is so great. I just love it. It's so much fun seeing all the different shit Anne gets up to. She's such a romantic, imaginative child.
She is. She's very imaginative. I've never read the books, and I don't think either of you, right?
No, I've never read them, and I am looking for some beautiful editions.
If I read them or had them read to me, it was when I was little, and I do not remember.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But I know of it.
Yeah, right? Who hasn't heard of Anne of Green Gables? But it's wonderful. I didn't realize how much I would love this story. And I am a sucker for classic stories like that, so it doesn't surprise me that this is my number one.
It's very beautiful. Like I really love how they have
the art style has a wee bit of a Ghibli flair to it.
I'm trying to find a picture to send to Migi to just see what it looks like, and it looks great. And I'm having some issues trying to send it to her, so give me a second while I try to do that. There you go. I sent it to you. But yeah, it looks so good. Like, and they cover like I think it 3 books?
Cover the first 3 books,
which is crazy.
I don't think it's gonna get a season 2. It feels like they sort of just wrapped it all up here. Even though in the books you go through Anne's whole life, yeah, in this one you just get up to like a pivotal moment in her life.
I think she's like maybe in her 20s.
She should be like around like early 20s where it ends in this show. Because if I recall correctly, like that certain life event that they hint at the end of the show doesn't happen until she's 25.
Okay. So, well, and they also deal with some really
they deal with some heavy topics.
Yeah, heavy topics like death and stuff.
Right. This show has a little bit of everything in it.
Nice.
I definitely think you would like it, Miki. It's very interesting. It's like, hey, we get to see something that's from literature from over 100 years ago, which is just crazy to
Right?
see.
I do think that's very cool.
And I think they did an amazing job. And I know this is not their first attempt at doing an anime for Anne Shirley. I think
there was an adaptation back in the 70s, right?
yeah, you can look it up, and it's
like
crazy.
50 episodes
And this is
long.
before, and if I'm not mistaken, some of the people that started Ghibli started with Anne Shirley, I think, or at least like helped make Anne Shirley. So there's kind of somewhat of a lineage with the original series that formed what became Ghibli. If I'm not mistaken, anyone in the comments can correct me or fact check me on that one. I'm not 100% certain, but I think some of those people were moved on to like form Ghibli after that, like some of the main people. So and it's just I don't know who did this animation. I did not look that up, but they did a phenomenal job with this. It looks beautiful, and it did not skimp on any episode. It doesn't. There's not.
Nice.
It doesn't feel like there was some budgets cut. I think they did an amazing job, from start to finish, from episode 1 to 25 or 24. So, anything else? Who's your simp?
It was Anne most of this time, but as of yesterday, it's Gilbert.
Gilbert Blythe.
Yep, Gilbert Blythe.
Gilbert Blythe.
He's my simp.
Nice.
And that's all because of a certain line he said yesterday in the last episode. And I don't know if I should say it because that would be spoilers.
Unless you read the book.
Unless you read the book.
Unless you read a 100-year-old book.
Yeah, right. Maybe I should just go ahead and say it.
Just say it, and if it's bad, I'll bleep it out.
Yeah,
I'll have a whole censor bar at this point.
But he was telling Anne that he has loved her ever since the day she broke her slate over his head. And I was like, oh my god, I love that. I love that so much.
And they have I think they even do a flashback of it.
They did a flashback of her doing that. I was like, wow.
I remember when that happened, you're all like, oh.
I know. I was like, oh my god, when that happened.
You were all over it. So.
Yep.
So, excellent choice.
I was making a joke. I was like, hey, how did you and Mom meet? It was like, oh, well, I was calling her carrots, and then she broke a slate over my head. It was love at first sight.
Love at first slate.
Love at first slate.
Nice.
Miki, on to you.
All right. Well, you guys know this one too. And number one, I would have to say, is My Dress Up Darling.
Hell yeah.
Because it is so cute. And I love how much it breaks gender norms specifically.
Yes.
And it's just people really enjoying their craft, and it's all this crafting and building stuff and all these cosplays and taking photos, and it just seems very slice of life, real lifeness, and it kind of just speaks to me in that way, and it's so sweet, and I love it so much. I just think it's so good.
I love it. I think this season might be my favorite, just because I've at this point I've read all of it, so I'm aware of the whole story. But I really like this season more than the first season, just because I think they introduce more characters, and I think that helps the show more.
Agreed.
Not that I didn't hate having Marin and Gojo together. I really like seeing other people shine. Specifically, I loved Akira showing up at like the later half and talk about her past a bit, and how she got to love the things she loves again, just because through the people that she met, and not through her parents who think that she should give up on this stuff because it's childish and she should outgrow it. Yeah. And I really like seeing other characters thrive in that, and just seeing like the whole class as a whole in school with Gojo, and knowing about him and not just Marin is so wholesome. I love it. And then
I love all of the breaking down of walls and all of the characters,
and then Marin
just add to it.
And I still love seeing Marin just basically just be head over heels for Gojo, even though Gojo's so oblivious.
So I think that he's not just oblivious, he has a lot of like self-confidence issues and doesn't think that he's good enough for her or in her league at all, and thus he just doesn't even think of that as a possibility, because there's a lot of times where he brings that up.
I feel the same
in his inner thoughts. So it's not so much as he's just oblivious as he's intentionally not seeing it that way.
I specifically love that episode where he decides to not sleep at all that night.
That was so funny.
And where that
He
leads.
really thought totally different things than what he was thinking.
Loved it. And yeah, who's your simp for that one then?
It's Marin.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
She's a princess.
She's just the absolute sweetest, and I love her positivity and how she'll just cry for someone else's problems and trauma, and that she tries to help as best she can, and how nice she is, and how much she loves Gojo, and yeah. I just think she's a wonderful fucking character.
She is.
I hope they do a season 3, because they literally only have 30 chapters left. They could literally probably do a movie or a season 3. Whatever the case, they could wrap this whole thing up in a bow, and it'd be perfect. A perfect 3 season or 2 seasons in a movie kind of thing. I think they could do it.
Yeah.
And again, Cloverworks. I gotta say, Cloverworks killed it this summer. That's another Cloverworks studios, and they've just been killing it left and right. And I think Joseph Darling's a highlight there. So, did you have anything you want to say about Joseph Darling, Wishley, that we didn't just nail home again?
Just... You guys are very thorough. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, I love that it breaks the gender norms. But I love, like, yeah, Marin being all sweet on Gojo and passionate about the things she's passionate about. And yeah, I agree with Migi that I think Gojo just has those self-confidence issues. So he doesn't even think of Marin in the realm of possibility ever being his girlfriend.
All right, well, hopefully season 3, if that ever happens, they'll maybe cover that. So.
It's the only time when she's timid, and she just needs to say it. Because he can't think of her that way unless she says it.
Well, that is My Dress Up Darling. Season 2 just wrapped up. That's over on Crunchyroll. So check that one out. And I guess I'm on to my last one, which is Takupi's Original Sin. This is a very short one that came in the summer. It's only 6 episodes. It's a heart-wrenching sci-fi drama wrapped in a cute exterior. Takupi's Original Sin follows Takupi, a cheerful alien from the Happy Planet who travels to Earth hoping to spread happiness. There, he meets Shizuka, a quiet and deeply troubled elementary school girl facing relentless bullying, emotional neglect from her family, or I guess her mom in particular, and a broken family life. Takupi, despite his well-meaning nature and use of magical gadgets that he has with him, doesn't understand human emotions or the depth of Shizuka's suffering. His naive attempts to fix her problems spiral into a tragic chain of events, which include death, time travel, and guilt.
Oh my.
As the story dives deeper into the question, it dives deeper into the question: can happiness be forced? I'm going to kind of leave it there because, like, just based on it has that kind of feel where, like, the animation just kind of fools you, and I think the animation is amazing in here for 6 episodes, and what that premise is alone just didn't sell it on me. But after watching the first episode, it dives into very, very deep topics. If you're not comfortable with this, anyone that's listening, it deals with suicide, deals with bullying. It's a very dark show, but I think it really drives a strong message home by the end of this show, but did not know where it was going until the very end. It pulls so many turns that I was not expecting. Did you want to talk about Takupi a bit?
Yeah, that was definitely a heavy show. Really good. It was beautifully done. But yeah, like that's one of those ones that really, like, gets you thinking about stuff.
And the cute art style really...
Oh yeah, it's misleading, just like how life can be misleading.
Yeah, it has like this dark psychological story about, obviously, childhood trauma and the complexity of human emotions and its unintended consequences of what doing good without understanding the full picture of things. And I think to lead it into my simp character is Takupi, who has to learn all this as he's doing things, and learning at the same time, like, what does that all mean, and is he doing the right thing? He doesn't know if he's doing the right thing because he thinks it's he's not understanding the other person's emotions and understanding and if they're okay with what he's doing. So there's consequences to that without him acknowledging the other person's feelings. And it's a very dark show. It really left a mark on me. And I actually often forgot that it came out this summer because it was such a quick watch. It was only 6 episodes. And I really wanted to talk about this one. And I don't know. I don't think you've seen this, right?
Nope. But I'm probably gonna watch it with Bug after this podcast.
It's something.
It is something.
Just
It's
know that
really
there was a lot of
good.
triggering stuff if you're not into that. But I know you like some.
No, Mug and I, we watch all kinds of horror and stuff. We like when stuff gets dark and deep and interesting.
Heck yeah.
That's my pick and my simp for that show. So I didn't mean to go on my top one being the most downing one, but I like those. I like the fucked up shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So that was our summer lineup picks for summer 2025. Those are some really good ones. So
yeah.
And I think next episode we'll be talking about the fall lineup and everything that it entails and we'll be talking all about it. I can't wait because this fall has some really good ones I've been waiting for. So we're all going to be talking about that next episode. And if you guys enjoyed this, everyone who listens, watches, let us know down below what it was your summer pick for 2025 in anime. Doesn't have to be from summer. Just know what you were watching during the summer. I don't know. Just let us know down below. And, always give us your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, and ideas over down in the comments, or even better yet, over on our email at weebesimpin@gmail or weebesimpinpodcast@gmail.com. Where we'll maybe at one point would love to do a community questions at some point where we can just talk about stuff.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. So, but you guys got to email us. So let us know down there and check us over at Spotify. We're over there. Full videos on that one now, but you can still watch it audio or listen to audio.
It is cool that they let you have videos though.
Yeah. It is cool because I was like, I put so much effort into the YouTube stuff on the video side, which has a whole new makeover again, thanks to Miki. So thank you again. Looks a lot more it looks like we're all professional in the studio and everything. It looks awesome. I love it. I love the whole layout, and it's beautiful. So thank you for doing the whole layout. So if you guys ever want to check out the video, you'll get to see all the beautiful artwork Miki has provided to the channel. So check us over there, and that's a podcast.
Right. So as we always say,
Ja, Mate.